Winter drapes the northern forest in a thick coat of snow, while the wind weaves through the pine branches like a chilling whisper. In that seemingly silent world, a small figure emerges. The marten, weighing only a few pounds, carries within itself an unyielding spirit. Across the soft snow, it dashes after a snowshoe hare as swift as a streak of lightning. Up in the branches, it relentlessly trails a red squirrel, and in the tall grass fields, it dares to seek opportunity in the shadow of the towering elk. Each fleeting moment tells a story, fragile yet fierce. On the dense snowy ground, patches of ice glisten under the dim light. The small figure of the marten darts by like a fleeting brushstroke. Not far away, a snowshoe hare lifts its head, long ears alert. It is many times larger than its pursuer, with hind legs strong enough to leap more than 10 feet. But the deep snow slows its stride, while the marten races on tirelessly, skillfully shifting direction, using every branch and snow mound as leverage. The chase lasts only moments, yet burns as fiercely as a dance across the white expanse. The marten crouches low, its supple body weaving through thickets, then suddenly bursts into speed. With one decisive pounce, it pins the hare down into the snow. In that frozen instant, a familiar truth reveals itself. Life is not measured by size or strength, but by the ability to choose, to adapt, and to never let go of instinct. In the northern forest, the red squirrel, weighing only about 1 pound, is a familiar sight. Agile and restless, it clings to branches, moving constantly in search of pine seeds and acorns. Its quickness often makes the squirrel confident that it can escape any predator. But the marten, also a master climber, remains its greatest challenge. The marten watches from a distance, hidden among the thick branches. It waits for the moment when the squirrel is absorbed in chewing a seed, unaware of its surroundings. When the time comes, the marten lunges forward with startling speed. Just a few feet are enough to change the outcome. The squirrel leaps, tail flaring, desperate to escape. But within the tight space of the canopy, the marten's agility is every bit its equal. The chase unfolds swiftly, darting across tree trunks more than 30 feet above the ground. With every leap, the marten proves it is second to none in climbing skill. The squirrel may escape once, but the marten's patience and relentless pursuit keep the balance tipped in favor of the stalker. The elk, the giant deer of the northern forest, can weigh over 700 pounds and stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. To a marten of only a few pounds, the elk seems like an untouchable giant, yet nature always leaves fragile openings where the small may still find opportunity.
In these open areas, in the forest of the Rocky Mountains,
The marten does not target the strong, full-grown adults. Instead, it keeps its eyes on the newborn calves, often hidden in tall grass while the mother is out foraging. The marten follows the scent of milk, moving quietly along the shrubs. As it draws closer, it watches carefully, waiting for the moment when the fragile calf strays from its mother's protection. It is a gamble, If the cow elk returns, the marten must retreat at once, for a single kick from those heavy hooves could end its life. But if successful, the marten will secure a meal large enough to last for many days, even weeks, through the harsh winter. In the warm, dense forests of southern North America, martens rarely encounter monkeys. Yet in zoos or in wild areas where monkeys escape or stray, unexpected confrontations sometimes occur. The marten is not large, but it is a master of climbing and concealment. In the branches, both animals are agile, but their strategies differ. The monkey relies on speed and curiosity, while the marten depends on silence and surprise. Those sudden lunges from the shadow of the canopy are the decisive moments. When the monkey startles and leaps back, the struggle begins. The marten often takes advantage of that confusion, striking before the monkey can react. Such encounters are rare, but each success reveals the marten's remarkable adaptability, a creature that not only survives the snowy winter but also adjusts when faced with an unfamiliar environment. High in the winter forest, a piece of prey dangles among snow-covered branches. The goshawk, with wings spanning nearly 4 feet, circles above, ready to claim it. But from the shadows below, an American marten has already spotted it. The clash erupts in an instant. The marten springs upward, reaching for the prize, while the goshawk beats its wings, trying to block the attempt. Yet the marten's agility and boldness secure the meal first. The encounter between the marten and the goshawk reveals that the line between hunter and hunted is never fixed. Today, the goshawk may rule the skies as a threat, but within the shaded canopy, the small marten holds the advantage. The pine marten carefully climbs higher, heading toward the goshawk's nest. Inside, the fragile chicks wait to be fed by their mother. The marten moves in silence, claws gripping firmly to the trunk, inching ever closer. But the adult goshawk has sensed the danger. With wings stretching nearly 4 feet, it dives like an arrow. The thunder of its wing beats echoes as its sharp eyes lock onto the intruder. The marten makes an attempt to approach, but is immediately blocked by the powerful strikes of those wings. The goshawk shrieks, defending its nest with strength and ferocity. Faced with such force, the marten has no choice but to retreat, vanishing back into the canopy. The arrival of the small immigrant deer, the muntjac, brings a new challenge. An adult can weigh up to 35 pounds, many times heavier than a marten. Naturally, a small marten can hardly bring down a full-grown deer. But in the wild, the target is not always the strongest. The marten often seeks out the young, newborns, or calves recently separated from their mothers. With its sharp sense of smell, it follows the scent of milk, approaching the thickets where a muntjac hides its fawn. This is a battle of wit more than strength. The marten moves in silence, avoiding the notice of the wary mother. When the chance arises, it chooses the moment when the fragile fawn stands awkwardly, not yet strong enough to run far. This is more than a hunting strategy. It reveals the Marten's wisdom, knowing how to choose, knowing its limits, and never wasting energy on the impossible. Survival is not a contest of brute strength, but an art of calculation. And within that art, the small creature sometimes writes the most unexpected stories. If the journey of the Marten leaves you with even a quiet moment of reflection, don't forget to gently press like, share it with loved ones, and subscribe to the channel. Who knows, in the stories yet to come, you might discover a moment that echoes the rhythm of your own life.